everyone. And by the looks of it, the chat is working this morning, which is wonderful. Let's hope it stays that way. So, who have we got? Oh my goodness. Good morning, Daphne, Sue, Holly, Marlene, Suzanne, Roz. Wonderful to see you on this Friday morning, wet Friday morning up here. We've got rain, but it's really humid, so I'm hoping that maybe a storm later might do something about it. But yeah, so we've got the wet, we've got the snowy and the cold, and I believe England actually had sunshine yesterday. They had rain it was funny because my brother-in-law messaged, he said there's parts of the UK that had rain for 40 days, and then he put underneath, there's a few people building an ark, which I thought was quite good. You love my shirt? This is my pussycat shirt. Actually, I've got a yellow skirt on. I said to my husband, I probably look like a bumblebee this morning. Thank you. Yeah, I can't even. I buy things oddly, if you know. I see it, like it, so I'll buy it. Yeah. Same down there, Suzanne. Bit overcast and raining. Yeah, and humid. Yeah, it's really humid. I'm looking at the fan and I'm thinking I don't really want to put you on, but I might have to. So, just a tip for everybody: when you go into the bathroom to get ready to do a live, and you spray your hair, be thankful that you've realised right then that you've sprayed deodorant on your hair before you pick up your hairspray and stick it under your arms. So my hair not only has hairspray on it this morning, but it also smells rather nice. Hi, Leslie. How are you this morning? You love cats, Holly? Yeah, we're cat people. We're any animal people. We love all animals. Yes, exactly, Holly, lol. Oh dear, I tell you, I said to my husband, thank goodness I realised that before I thought I was putting deodorant on when I wasn't, before I picked up the hairspray. I've got to get my hair cut because it's all, it was all right when it was long. It just used to hang down the back. All right, so what are we going to do today? We've just got a couple of bits and pieces. So I think I've shown you all the new product of the month. Yeah, I'm not, I won't be getting it this month. So I'll just see how it goes. I'll tell you. Hi, Debbie. How are you this morning? I have actually done that before. I've actually but I don't know how this time, because my hair lacquer bottle is this big, and my bottle for deodorant's that big. Yeah, so anyway, there we go. I'm going to pop down to the desk. There we go. So that's the product of the month for March. You can see we've got the little bunnies, the deer, and looks like a goose. That was me this morning. And some little florally bits, and yeah. So that is the product of the month for next month. What else have I got for you? Oh, just a reminder that that your bonus coupons need to... Oh, we've gone a bit blurry. Mine's doing what Suzanne's did yesterday. The exclusive joining offer for the Stamp and Positioner finishes the 2nd of March. So you've only got a few days left. If you're wanting to get the stamping positioner, you get it through joining. So it's $169 to join. You get $235 worth of product. I'm speaking Australian dollars here. You can pick whatever product you like. We've got lots of stuff in our last chance list, so there's lots of stuff at reduced prices, that adds to how much you can pop in your pack. And then once you've done that, you will automatically get a Stampin' Positioner. You might have to pop it on, but you don't get charged for it. It's absolutely free. It's around 68. I think we paid $65, $68 for it. It's not available at the moment for demonstrators. It can only be got through the join offer. The pre-order that we had is finished, so at the moment we can't get it. I believe they are bringing it out later on for demonstrators. So, yeah. Your coupons from January, I think they finish around the same date, so make sure that you use up your $9 so that oh goodness me, why is it dead? It'll stop in a minute. Once we get going, it usually stops doing that. It's nice not to have to go to work all night long on Wednesday nights. Yeah. Oh, okay, Leslie. Yeah. Different. Hey, I'm not sure. I noticed that a couple of people had put that up, so I thought, okay, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, so I put it up as well. I'm not going to say too much because I'm really not sure whether we're supposed to, but you know what, it is what it is, isn't it? Really, if they're going to tell people, they might as well tell people. But yeah, I'm not sure about that either. The only good thing I feel about it is people that do have arthritic hands will find it a lot easier. I know sometimes I have to use a pencil or something to push it along, but hey, you know what? We get there. What did you do, Roz? I've missed what you did. You ventured out to get a haircut, yeah, and have lunch out. How lovely. Oh, that's so good to hear that you managed to get out. And you came home for a nice nap. Yeah, that would be me. Oh dear. That's what my sister-in-law that passed back in November had. It moved very quickly. Good morning, Tanya. How are you? Everyone's saying good morning, good morning. I don't know that, Mum. Anyway, so what I'm doing today is really quick, really simple, very easy. So the reason I'm doing it is because I sat here last night and started playing with a card, and I decided that I'm going to try and do a whole series next week of the cards that I was working on. So I can either tell you or I can keep it a secret. But it's something that I love to do, and I'm adapting it for these products, and it's working. It's okay, but we may find that I add little bits in there that you might have around the house, but you haven't necessarily got, or you might have it in your craft room. There's so many everyday items that can be used, like buttons and pieces of aluminium foil, and just that was just two things that snapped straight into my head, but I've used so many different things. Sparkle Sue, Druzy Susie. All right, so I'm going to be using the Bright and whatever's. No, they're called Painted Illusions. I'm going to be using the reverse side. Look, if I get more than one done, I do, but don't hold me to that, because I do like to try and keep it to the hour. That way, then it leaves it clear for the Suzanne. So, and I know it doesn't matter either way, but that's just how I feel. I like to leave it open for her. So if I go over, I go over. I'm just going to cut. Oh, hang on. No, I've got to think about this. Yeah, I'm just going to cut my normal size card. So that's, I haven't even really looked at this. I'm sort of casing, but not. So we're going 5 3/4 by 8. So let me do that. My order should arrive today with my cardstock that I stocked up on when we had free shipping. And I've got a couple in there that I didn't have before. I think I've got Lost Lagoon and I've got Calypso Coral. So here's hoping that they don't go walkabout any day soon. All right, that's my card base. So I'm going to have that. And then I want another card base out of, I'm using Pretty Peacock. So, where's my Pretty Peacock here? Oh, looks like I should have ordered some more of that. Not a lot left. So I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock, and that's going to be my next layer, which is 5.5 by 3 3/4. So let's do the 3 3/4. By 5.5. I love this color. So that is going to go on there like that, but I haven't finished with it yet. Then I'm going to cut a piece. How big am I going to cut it? Probably, let me see. Like I said, I don't have any measurements. I think, let me cut it at 2, but I think that's going to be too wide. Will it be? Probably not. I'll take it down to 1 3/4 and see what I feel. Yep, 1 3/4 it will be. So that's also going to be at 5.5, because I want that to go right the way down to the bottom. Mine is 2, Tanya. It's exciting. Now, I haven't cut this one before, so big sheet going in. And what did I cut that out at in the end? 1 3/4, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to cut this at 1 5/8. Sometimes my brain doesn't work when I have to do that. So, and that is also going to be by 5.5. So this is basically showcasing the, there we go. So that's going to sit on there like that. Now I need another piece, which I will do it by, what will I do? Maybe 3 by 4. Let's have a look. Make it 3.5. So I always like to cut it a little bit bigger. Hi, Lynn. What have I done? Yeah. And I said by 4, didn't I? And I'll make that 4.5, just so that I can cut it down if I want to. Now that is going to go, let's see, that's too wide. So I'm going to cut that down. I did 3 1/4, 3.5. Cut it down there to 3. That's still too wide. Might look a bit silly if I go any. Let's have a look. I don't really want to go much smaller than that. I think that'll work because I want another piece on top of the colour paper, which is going to be of this. So what was that? Sorry, I should have. It's 4 and 5/8 by 3. So do 4.5 by 2 and 7/8. Is that doesn't look right? I should have done the 4.5 this way. So what did I want? 3 and 7/8. 2 and 7/8, which is there. Sorry, my brain's just trying to work things out. Yeah, so that's going to sit in there. And then that one was 4.25. So I'll do it. Yeah, so I was sat here last night having so much fun. 4.5, all right. And then it got to about 10 to 12, and I've been fiddling around with this. Yeah, we've got a note on ours saying that they're behind with our deliveries. So this is going to go on here, and then a piece of white on top of that again. So that one is 3 and 7/8. I think that piece will be perfect. I know it's going on this piece. That'll be perfect width. So the length was there, so I'm going to make it 4.25. Oops. Less haste, more speed, all right? And that's going to fit on there. Okay, so we've got lots of layers on this card. Okay, I think that's pretty much all the cutting. Now we'll start to decide what we're going to do with this. So this one I'm going to put through the embossing folder, and I'm using the Stone and Vine because I love it, and that's my only excuse. So I'll just pop that through. Pop all that back together. Oh, you should have seen I had stuff all over the desk this morning. Hi, Carol. How are you? Let me pop up and... Oh. Lovely to see you, Carol. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, I had a message saying that mine should be here today, but then I also saw on the Stampin' Up site that they're 3 to 4 days behind. So what do you do? Okay. So I've got, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Absolutely love it. That's going to be my base on here. Okay. So I'm going to work on that, which is really strange because normally I have cardstock underneath it, but today I'm not going to. I'm going to pop this on here. Unfortunately, a lot of this is going to be covered up. And then I'm going to put that on top. So I'll do that now. You're in Canada, Tanya? Whereabouts in Canada? I really want to go there one day. So does my husband. All right, so I've just popped that on there crookedly. I probably put enough glue on there for 6 weeks, but there we go. And then that is going to go down there like that. So I might pop it on. There's not much else I can do. So, and I'll hold that. We do have some other ladies from Canada that join us. Yeah, I'd really love to. And we have Avery as well. Nice to see you on again. Oh, you're in New Brunswick. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop this down the side here. I love it when we have new people. Very, very welcome. Now, what I'm going to do is, what did I do here? This little piece here, I want to put a little bit of something on it because I don't want it plain. And you know the linen stamp, that would, the big stamp, that would look lovely, but I don't have it. So I thought that I would use, I do like the round one, but is it going to cover enough? No, because that's going on the top. I'll just do a couple of these, but I'm going to stamp them off because I don't want them too dark. Let me grab a piece of scrap. What will I do them in? What colours? I'm actually thinking that I could do it in Pretty Peacock and stamp it off. Let me see what I think of that before I do it. Not big enough. Goodness me, do I really have to use that big stamp thing? Now, there isn't really a right way with these, but you know what? I always think there is. So let me just, I want to stamp it off. I think that stamped off will look okay. So what I'm going to do, stamp it. Now I need to get, sort of wanted to cover this, so not so much, yeah, I do need to cover the whole thing. So I'm going to go there. And then there, I've got a little gap in the middle, but I'm sure we can cover that. And there. And there. Oh, I think I did that one full strength. Doesn't matter. All right. So that's just to have a bit of something on the background. Like so. All right. So that is just going to sit on there. We are going to put something on there. So now I'm just going to layer these 3 up. Oh, I've got a thing up asking me if I want to speak English. That's probably preferable. that one? Ah, was it Blue City Stamping with... I'm going to write that down because I love watching other people. So, whoops. Carla Goodlace, is it? Awesome. I'll have to look that one up. And now I'm just going to pop this on the top. So keeping within the colour schemes, really. Looks quite good. So that is then going to sit on here like this. Now, might even get another one done because really I only have one more thing to do, and that is to... I'm going to stamp this here, cut it out. So I will do it in, let me think, I will do it in Pretty Peacock. Cut one of those out. Might have been an idea to stamp it rather than cut it. Oh, it's absolutely throwing it down at the moment, and the wind's come up. So just wish it would bring the temperature, the humidity down. Not sure what the temp is at the moment. Probably not that high. Oh, come on, out you come. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll grab my bit of scrap again, put this on here, and I just want to... which one will I use? Use this. I'm just going to maybe darken that just a tad and see how it goes. Oh, that was a good one, Lorraine. That's probably the best you've done. I think I'd forgotten that I'd taken the lid off. It's like hair wash time, girls. We haven't got Daryl this morning. No. Oh, she does Throwback Thursday. Oh, okay. Have to have a little look-see. Oh, my goodness me. Right, you've already got it open, Lorraine. So all I really want to do here is just darken. And I probably would have been better off using a dauber, but I don't like daubers as much. Just want to darken the edges. And to be honest, it's not going to show if I don't. I just love this. I think everybody loves this. And greenery stamps or foliage stamps always seem to go down well. So just darkening this up a little bit around the edges. Just to give it a bit of definition. That leaves us with the lighter bit. I don't know if you can see, we just sort of got a slightly lighter bit in towards the middle. Now all I want to do is I'm going to stick that onto there like that. I'm not going to raise it up because there's so many layers. Okay. So I just want to put it about there. And seriously, yeah, layers. And that bit that I had at the bottom there, in the middle there, I can now cover up with that. So I just basically want that on there. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue. And I have found my silicone mat, so I should probably use it to dub this glue. But so far, we're not doing too bad. Okay. It's the only trouble. It's a wee bit floppy. I am covered in ink. And then just spread that out and pop it down. I feel like a child in my first painting class. Oh, okay. Excellent. Hi, Lisa. How are you this morning? I know. Look at me. I'm like I said, a child at their first painting class this morning. All right. So now we're going to pop this whole card onto the back. Now you can see how that's sinking in because of these deep areas. So you do probably need that extra bit of glue. I like to do the corners, but I don't want it squelching out. To keep that flat. Sit. Right, let me make sure I've got that going the right way and that going on there. Pop it like that. So you could actually do this with any of, hang on, let me show you. So we used this one today. Where's the pack? So you've got all different ones, and you've got the fronts, of course, but you know, you have this one in your petal pink. You have, so we're basically using the backs. So you've got this one here, which is pretty much, this is the what I call the fish scales or whatever. Then you've got this one, which is more like an ombre or whatever. It just disappears into another. One color into another, I should say. And then we've got this one here. So yeah, you can definitely do them for each color. I don't know that I'd have time to do another one, but I can. No, I won't do another one. But the idea is there. So we need to pop a little sentiment on there. What will we do? Well, I do it on that, and I might do it on there. That's the dies. be. What stamps do we have in that one? What am I using? Yeah. Let me see. Could probably use. I just want something small because I was gonna do it in probably in white up here. Maybe just the thank you that comes out of here. That would probably look good. Let's take that off. So tiny, some of these stamps at the moment, aren't they? But I think this will work. Thank you. Oh. Oh. Didn't want to stay there. Maybe I should do it on there because it's sticking to the glass mat. Are you serious? There we go. Now it's not straight. It's almost like it's not sticky, and yet I haven't. It might be my block, actually. All right. Get these out. I'm going to use the white. That's clear, so that's the white. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that over there. Stamp it with the Versamark. Make sure there's plenty on there. That is awful. We won't be using that. Let's try again. That's better. And then we're going to use the white. Turn that on before I... don't need much. And then I'm just going to heat that. It'll only take a second. Excuse the noise. My poor old heat gun. It's 1,000,000 years old. And I'm going to cut that down because it's not straight. I'll put that over here and I'll put it away in a minute. It's not like I've got a ton of it out, is it? I do worry when I've got a lot out. Okay. Right. It's just a tiny little thank you going to go across there. I'm going to cut it. It's not really straight. I think it's going to have to do though. And I'm going to flag it. And I was going to use that, but I'm not now. So I'm just going to flag it by, oh goodness, is it straight? Actually, it's probably my eyes. It's probably it that's not straight. So we'll just put up with a wonky one today. Just going to flag that end. Like so. I've got a couple of little white bits there, but that's not going to hurt. I can actually probably go over them with the, I'm not worried. So that can go there, and I might actually just pop that up. So I've got an end piece here, that'll work. We can pop this piece up. Okay, so that rain came, and now it's really humid. I'm just going to pop that across there like that. And we'll find some gems. So we've got Susie Druzy and Sparkly Sue. There's Sparkly Sue. Where are you? Oh, I've lost you all. Hang on. There, probably. There you are. Oh, that's all right. I had to check to see it was still going. It went off. What else could I use on here? What do we have that's in those? That's the wrong blue. Let's see. I don't remember anything being in sort of Pretty Peacock, do you? We might just have to use... I think we just might use rhinestones, to be honest. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Lovely to see you. I'm just going to put rhinestones on this. We could colour them, but I'm not going to. All right, so I might have to get a new packet of these out soon. We've been using them a lot. Actually, there's no bigger ones there. Let me see if I can find. Oh, now what have I dropped off the back? We'll leave it for today because I've just dropped something down the back of the shelf and I don't really want to go searching. Okay, I have one big, well, one bigger one. So I think I'm just going to pop it just on there. No, I'm going to put a smaller one on there. That's too big. Put that one there, and then I can put like one here and okay, if you insist, one there. So that gives us that. And then I'm just going to quickly cut and insert. Actually, I've got some up here. Let me use this. Quickly cut and insert, so that will be 5.5 by 3 3/4. that down there. Whoops. And I'll just do what I do in that corner. Just a little bit of the blue in the corner, or the peacock, just to bring it all in. Actually looks like it's got pink in the middle, but it hasn't. It must be my, oh, it's my purple light behind me. So I'm just going to put that there. What could I stamp in there? I could just do this little, there's a little leaf thing in here. A little leaf thing. My goodness, Lorraine. It's too small for that one. So again, I will go with the pretty peacock and see it. Try not to get it all over my hands. And then I'm just going to stamp it there and then stamp it off. And this is the inside. So I'm not going to put anything, a lovely card. It's very simple, isn't it? Very simple. I will give you a quick look at what I'm going to do next week. Or attempt to do next week. Let's put it that way, because I'll show you one of the one. Oh, I've got a little bit on there. See, it's all over my hands, but that's okay. I can always do something with that. Okay. So there's today's card. And that's just using the B side, if you like, of our product of the month this month. So the way it's been going, I don't know if anybody else has had the same feeling, but it looks as though we're going to get paper stamps, paper stamps, paper stamps. I'm thinking that might be how it goes, because the next one is stamps. The last lot of stamps were great. I mean, I just thought they were fantastic. I've used them so much. All right. So you can imagine you can do that in all the different colors that we've got there and have a nice little set of cards. So you could do 4 of them perhaps, or 5, and pop them in a, you know, as a group, tie them up with a ribbon, whatever, and give them as a gift for other people to give away. All right. Now, before I forget, if you would subscribe, like the channel, share if you want to, thumbs up, that would be absolutely wonderful. I would really appreciate that. It helps to get the channel out there. We may get a die set or embellishment as well. Maybe Tanya, they haven't so far. It was just, that's just how my mind works. Would be nice to have a die set. Would be nice to have embellishments as well. Yeah, maybe we'll get some ephemera. Who knows? All right, so that's that. Now I'll give you a quick peek. This is one that I haven't finished. I haven't nowhere near finished yet. And I can't really pick it. It's all loose on there. So that's the sort of thing that I'm going to be looking at. So a little bit shabby, a little bit chic for next week. And what I wanted to do was play with some colours and different bits and pieces. So what do you think? You think that'll work? That's how that's what I'm hoping to do. Like I said, this is like, look, you can see it's all just sitting there. And it has a bow. I've still got to sort stuff out for there, but you know, using different colors. So if you think you like that, pop in next week, because that, I hope, is the sort of thing, I'm not going to show you the others, that's the sort of thing that I'm wanting to do. And basically it was when I started using this and having all the different centers and all the outsides and what have you, and I thought, you know, that really goes well with shabby chic. Looks interesting. Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. I mean, I might not be able to do the whole week, but we'll see. All right, I'll come back up to the top. I'm tripping over stuff in here this morning. Oh, you know what I didn't do on that card? Looks a bit bare at the bottom, so that's what I intended. Who was it the other day that suggested I use linen thread? You're very welcome, Roz. Looks like a great idea. Excellent. Someone said to me about using this, and to be honest, I actually don't mind it because I'm not a ribbon person. Actually, I've done that the wrong way, but never mind. I'm not really a ribbon person, but I don't actually mind this. What am I doing here? Where's my... There and there. Let's redo that. You love linen thread? It was Holly. Okay. So, thank you, Holly. Because I've had it sitting there and I never really... And that piece isn't long enough for me to do what I want to do. Yeah, I'm a bit interested in next week as well. It will be interesting, Debbie, to see how I go. Just do this bow and then I'll come back up to the top. Nothing wants to work in the bow. I said thank you because now I'm liking these bows, but hey, the way it's going this morning, I'm not particularly liking it. Where's the other part of that one? In a minute, we're going to imagine that we... a very elegant card. Thanks, Sue. In a minute, we're going to be imagining it with this because I'm not getting anywhere with my bow this morning. My fingers are quite stiff. There we go. Let's pull that out. We have something that looks like a bow. And so I put up my classes. I'm having one on a Tuesday morning and one on the Saturday morning. So the last week of March, I might have to move that. The last week of March. I know you're all over the world, you people, but yeah, there may be someone listening who's close by and would like to pop in. And for me, it's just the fun of doing it. It is literally just the fun of doing it, but I do give everybody a gift. Where's my... Yeah. And we have tea and coffee, and we have sometimes cake, we have biscuits, but sometimes depends how enthusiastic I've been about cooking. We do. Sometimes we have cake, and we have lots of laughter, which I think is the main thing. And I do everything for you. I cut everything out. You just pop it on. The only thing I can't do for you is the stamping, so you need to do that when you're here. Okay, there we go. Looks a little bit better. Okay, that's me. Suzanne's gone to get herself ready, so I will... Can't find the camera. There it is. There, that's better. Okay, so that's me for today. I really appreciate everyone joining us. Thank you so much to the new people that have joined us today. We love having new people. We love having people on here. Everybody's so friendly, and we chat, and we craft. We do all sorts of stuff. Okay, thank you so much for today, and I will see you all next week, unless I decide to spring one on everybody. Great bow. Unless I decide to spring one on you all tomorrow morning. Yes, lovely to see you, Avery and Carol. Thank you so much for joining us, and thanks, Deb, for doing that. You're very welcome, Nicole. Alrighty, I'm going to go. Suzanne will be on now, so I will see you all on Monday. Take care, everyone, and have a great weekend. Bye for now.